Grab your bourbon and brace yourself. Welcome to Bourbons and Blind Sides, the podcast where we pour strong drinks and unpack even stronger drama. I'm Public, joined by Bond, and we're the host with the hot takes and zero chill. Tonight we're diving into the blind sides that left us screaming, the backstabs, the fake outs, the eliminations nobody saw coming, all while we sip something smooth and brown. No confessionals needed, just real talk, real whiskey, and the kind of twists that make reality TV legendary. Pour up, folks, because the drama is about to blindside you. Let's go. Bond, what is up?
What's up? Another
man.
We may be a little sad about the who went home, but another episode that didn't disappoint.
Keep the celebrities out of this damn game, right?
Well, you're not gonna like next week.
I didn't see the preview for next week. I was getting the dogs in the house.
It's the
another
Mr.
celebrity
Beast
next
episode.
week.
Mr. Beast.
Oh, Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
I heard
some with a Mr. Beast beware advantage, and I guess it's like some huge beware advantage.
I think he's going to be on the show too.
Yeah, he is.
Like Zach Bryan was. Was it Zach Bryan or what?
Yeah,
because they looked like they cut a segment.
Yeah, it looked like they were at a challenge, and he came out with this big box, and it said beware advantage on it, and then Jeff called it the Mr. Beast. Like, I can't remember what kind of beware advantage, but like some adjective to make it sound bigger than it is.
Good times. Yeah, I remember seeing something earlier in the season after that Zach Bryan episode where they had to cut that down because fans were so upset about the Zach Bryan stuff.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna take over 30 minutes of the show. Was that the episode that was 2 hours long?
Yeah, that was No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No? That wasn't.
So he still took up 30 something minutes of the episode, even when it wasn't.
Yeah, man. I think that the one that was 2 hours long was the next week. That seems like
it was months ago at this point.
No doubt, man. No doubt. With horrible gameplay tonight.
I know. Why does everyone tell Cirie that they want Ozzy out? Why is everyone doing that?
Kudos to Cirie and Ozzy for they got the wool pulled over everybody's eyes.
Good Lord.
Everybody's eyes. Everybody just feeds Cirie information. It is just I know I talked about it. We talked about it last week. It's just amazing to watch. Like, how long is this going to go on for?
Yeah.
And good times. But anyway, so the episode starts with Jonathan. Jonathan is super salty about the Devens idol.
Yeah.
He's salty with Devens, and he's saying it's going to backfire on you. And this is just, I don't know. Devens, I don't know if he really played this well.
No,
at all.
It was good. It was good. Good for show. Good for the fans. But he's got now no idol, and I'm pretty sure, especially after tonight, people are gonna. They were already suspicious about it. Now they're really gonna think, well, he doesn't have anything. And so what he did, he bought himself a night, and I don't even think he was gonna go home anyway. Last week.
Yeah,
I think it would have been Coach either way.
It probably would have been Coach, but it definitely ensured. Like, it would have been a lot closer vote if he didn't pull the idol out.
Yeah, and at the time, I'm sure he felt stressed about it and needed to do anything he could, but it definitely.
Oh, absolutely. I think it was a good gameplay move at the time, and plus it was good for us. But I think going into this week, I don't think he managed it well throughout the whole entire episode.
No.
Like,
he was kind of rubbing people's faces a little bit.
Yeah, and we'll get to more of it, but just like, oh yeah, I'm using it, definitely using it, and this and that, like, and it just kind of, just didn't work well for him, I don't think. But then he does it, like, he develops a good backstory for it, saying that he had to get it out of tribal. He had to get it out of tribal for it to be a live idol, which, okay, like that kind of makes sense. That's a decent backstory. I could buy it if I was on the island, if I didn't have any more information. So I think people believe, I think last week at the tribal, I think it was more 50-50 on whether the people on the cast thought it was real. But I think now people actually kind of think it was real with his explanation. which might be worse.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking he has an idol. It might be worse. And then, so I want to give props. Like, we know where Emily's true loyalty lies,
Yeah.
because I thought Devens was extremely cooked in this episode, because Devens tells Emily the idol was fake.
Yeah.
And I put in my notes, I'm sure this will go well. And Emily
Yeah.
told nobody.
I
She didn't
can't.
tell
I don't
anybody.
even.
I was shocked.
I was like, are they editing this out that she told someone, or what's going on? Because I know she cannot hold this kind of information in.
She did, though. She did. So, I mean, Christians and Devens must be like over Ozzy
Yeah.
at this
Oh,
point. Like,
definitely.
this
Yeah.
is definitely foreshadowing that,
Yeah.
that they're the two that she wants to work with the most. And then gets up to Stephanie. Stephanie is also upset about the vote, because once again, for the fourth time this season, Stephanie's on the bottom after a vote. Like, she just she can't catch a break. She feels like she's on the bottom again. But she's doing a good job of putting on a front. She says she's going to babyface them now and stab them in the back later, slit their throats later, is what she said.
Yeah. That
So
she does keep coming out on the bottom, but she always slips through, and then this week I think she ends up they're better off than they thought after the vote last night or last week.
Yeah, because some of that terrible gameplay,
Yeah.
which is what Ozzy and Rizzo start talking about. They're like, man, that move by Devens was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Which I kind of disagree with, because I think Devens had a legit shot of going home last week. It would have been close. I don't know. Like, I could feel the pressure. I don't know that it was a bad move from Devens. And of course they're going to say it's a bad move because it didn't go exactly how they wanted it to last week.
Yeah.
But as it goes on, the move becomes dumber and dumber by Devens as this episode goes on.
Yeah. He was definitely in trouble. He needed to do something. It's just it's hurting him in the long run for sure.
And this is where our Zach Brown, 30 minutes of Zach Brown just killed us, because like we've talked about in the past episodes, Ozzy says the old school alliance is done. Now, we've heard it mentioned a couple times in confessionals, but like old school versus new school, but there was never we never seen any screen time of this. So apparently there was an old school alliance that formed because they're using it by name.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it because we got an hour of Zach Brown spearfishing.
When he said that, I was like, what exact old school alliance is he talking about? Because the only real kind of like oldish school one I can think of was like, Colby, Coach, and they brought in Jonathan because he was kind of old school, and Stephanie. But apparently all the old school, like they must have brought in at some point like Cirie and Ozzy to get a full on old school.
Because we kind of mentioned it, because whenever Jonathan was in his predicament when he didn't know who to vote for, he kind of mentioned it too. Like, am I gonna go with the new school or the old school? And we're like, well, the boundaries haven't really been formed yet in our eyes. Like, it hasn't been shown to us that the boundaries have been formed, but obviously they had, and they just hadn't. Like, I get it. They only have so much content to put out there, and you got characters on this season they're going crazy. But I mean, we need a little segment over some spearfishing from Zach Brown or something, man. You got to cut it in somewhere.
Well, look, we gotta figure out what his next song that's coming out is gonna be. We can't just hear one that we've already heard. So we got to hear two.
True.
So
I mean, he could put out a Netflix special like Noah Khan did, Yeah. He's got a whole ass episode. And then he said Jonathan, Steph, and Joe are on their own. And that Jonathan, Steph, and Joe definitely feel at this point like they are on their own.
Yeah.
And
for now,
it cuts to Cirie, who's saying, once again, it's just like this, the whole first part of this episode, like it kind of felt like Devens wasn't going home, because they're not going to lay on somebody like they did at the very beginning of an episode if they're going home, because they were just Cirie's and on Devens now. So Devin has a huge bullseye, and the group's planning on getting Devens out. and Cirie's mentioning, and then Cirie starts naming off all the people that she's working with. It's the whole damn island.
Yeah. she's like, I have my alliance with Rizzo and Ozzy. I'm cool with these other people. And then she's like, and what was the last thing she said about Tiffany and Emily? It was she said she had a term for it. I can't remember what it was, but basically like she was like acquaintances with them or something like that.
I think it was Tiffany and Aubrey, because Emily was
Aubrey, that's what it was, yeah.
Because Tiffany or Emily was mixed in with the Christian and Devens.
Yeah.
Like
so
she was.
I don't think there's anyone on the island that she's not somehow aligned with.
And nobody's seeing it yet.
But
it
happened naturally.
Or are they seeing it? Yeah, it happened naturally. Nobody's really seeing it yet.
Yeah.
And I wonder if, like, I just don't know that Cirie's going to win this game. Like, they're painting it it looks too, like,
it's like too easy for
too
her
easy
right
now. Yeah.
She's like, right now, she's like the Godfather, sitting at her desk and everyone just coming to her, like telling them what they need and what they want to do and all that stuff. And it's just like, she's not even having to do anything.
I think with this edit, they're just trying to pull the rug out from us 1 week. Like, all of a sudden, Cirie's in trouble and we don't know where it came from. Yeah. So I think maybe there might be somebody that's mentioned it or is aware of it, or she could just be playing that brilliant that, I mean, she's going to go through the whole game like Derek Levasseur and Big Brother 16 and just,
sweep it.
Guide all these sheep to slaughter. I mean, it could be either way, but who knows?
One of these episodes coming up, somebody's going to say, holy crap, if we let Cirie keep going, she's going to win the whole thing, running away with it. And then they'll start strategizing to get her out.
Yeah, because everybody trusts her. Everybody trusts her with everything. Like, they just take it to Cirie. They get information, they take it to Cirie. You want to
eventually somebody's going to figure out that, hold up, everyone trusts her. That's not good.
It's going to click because whenever somebody wants to get rid of somebody, who's the first person they take it to? Cirie.
It's always Cirie. Even Ozzy. So, even when it's Ozzy.
even when it's Ozzy. And so somebody's gonna be like, hey, like, I think everybody's just going to Cirie. Cirie's like controlling the game, and I think it's gonna get real at some point. And what if it's Rizzo? What if Rizzo makes that move?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Rizzo, like, I can't believe how well he's playing this game. Like, he's playing really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So then we get the Jonathan and Joe talk. So Jonathan still wants to use Ozzy, but he says, I don't trust him, but we still need to act like we do. We still need to kind of use him, to get some things done.
Yeah.
And he feels they need a lifeline to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of agree with them at this point in the episode. And then Jonathan, we've heard the 2.0 talk from a lot of players this season.
Yeah.
Jonathan's surprising me.
He's living up to it.
He's living up to it because he was all brawn, little game in his season. And like, he shocked me a little bit. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Jonathan?
No, yeah, he's playing the game. I'm impressed. He's a lot more strategic this time around than just kind of bulldozing his way through the game like he did before.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he had to do last game. Like, he just had to knock it out, and he's doing pretty good on this season. And then Aubrey wants to distance herself from Devens.
Yeah, good idea.
Aubrey's kind of turned it around a little bit too. Like, she's kind of like, there's no heat on Aubrey. Yeah. And that's completely different from, last week there was heat on Aubrey because she was paired with Devens. Yeah. But like, Aubrey as a single player, there hasn't really been a whole lot of heat on Aubrey. She has an ally in Tiffany, and just kind of staying out of everybody's way right now.
Yeah, she just had to dump that idol. So the target's not on her anymore.
Yep. And then she's talking with Jonathan. She says she wants to play with people that are different than her. So she not only is she trying to separate herself from Devens, but I think this is kind of like, hey, I kind of want to move away from that Christian group, like that whole group, Christian,
Yeah.
Emily, all of them. This is a good play by her. Like she kind of feels like they're the targets and kind of wanting to distance themselves from them. And why not go to somebody who's on the outs and Jonathan?
Yep. Yep. She's got her and Tiffany are kind of locked in. She can get close to Jonathan and have a little. Kind of seems like they're doing a little secret alliance thing going on here, and she's gonna have herself in a good position.
Absolutely. And then Joe can't let Devens and Christian and Emily take the cake for bad gameplay because he goes to Devens and tells Devens that he wasn't voting for him,
Yeah.
regardless of whether he pulled the idol stunt or not.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Devens is like, I don't believe you. I don't think that's the case. Thank you for telling me that, but I don't think so.
Joe was proud of himself for the growth though. That he said Rick was trolling him, trying to get a reaction out of him, but he didn't fall for it. So that's growth on his eyes.
Yeah. Growth. Honor. He didn't play with much honor and integrity line
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Not much honor and integrity. And then this is where the hole is dug. Christian wants to migrate the target off of Devens. Like he's just so stuck on wanting to play this game with Rick Devens, who's kind of tanking his own game at this point.
Yeah.
And he wants to get in good with Jonathan and Stephanie. And
what's he gonna do? Offer up that shot in the dark again?
Yeah. Jonathan doesn't trust Christian, and Christian kind of feel that. And so Christian's like, yeah, I'll offer up my shot in the dark. It worked before. And so it seems like everything is like the tension's high in this conversation. Yeah. And he walks away, and Jonathan and Joe chat, and Jonathan's like, I want to turn it on Christian, especially if we get a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, I want to vote him out with this shot in the dark.
Yeah, take that shot in the dark so he can't. There's no way he can do anything.
And so it kind of leaves it there. And then this is the only good read that I think Christian might have made the whole season. The only piece of good gameplay besides giving us good TV is he realizes that Ozzy is in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, because Ozzy and Cirie have alliances with everybody, and it just like dawns on him. And that's this is what I think is going to happen with Cirie at some point. It's just going to dawn on somebody like Cirie and Ozzy are kind of in the middle. And so the problem is where he takes that information because he knows he needs to get Ozzy out at this point.
Who's the first person you should tell if you want Ozzy out?
Cirie. Not Cirie. He goes to Cirie and tells her this information. And Cirie's just trying to contain herself. And then afterwards we get the confessional, and she's like, I like Christian. Christian's my number 3. The only problem is Ozzy's my number 1.
He's trying to get my number 1 out. What are you going to do when your number 3 tries to take out your number 1? That's a easy decision.
Yeah, and I'm like, see, this is where Cirie is so much more so much better at the game than Christian. Christian is doing all this to save Devens.
Yeah.
Like he's not in, like he is kind of in medium danger. He's not in high danger at this point. But he takes that information, like he's so hell bent on doing anything he can do to protect Devens that he just tanks his game with this one play. Yeah. This one play.
I couldn't believe it when as soon as he went up to her and started talking about Ozzy, I'm just like, Christian, you are a smart guy. What are you doing?
It's just everybody thinks they have Cirie.
Yeah.
And that's just the social game that she's playing now. And so Cirie takes it to Ozzy, and Ozzy's like, let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
We're like, Christian's got to go.
Yep.
And then we get to the challenge.
I like this a lot.
This one was fun.
Yeah.
So they get the competition challenge where it's a bargaining challenge, It seems like at the bag of rice, Jeff is kind of going through all the times that they've bargained with the rice and different things they've done, and they're starting to count like the people that are going to sit out, and he's like, "There's a box there." Just throws down the box. He's like, the bargaining is, I have to beat 5 of you, or I have to beat one of your 5. You guys pick the 5,
Yeah.
and if I win, or if I outlast any of them, then you guys don't get rice. And so there's an immediate 4, or pretty much an immediate 4. But Jonathan's like, "Can we go to 4? Like,
Yeah.
can we get 4?" Jeff, after thinking about it for a minute, he's like, "Yeah, we'll do 4. Four's fair." And so it's Jeff versus everybody's playing, but he has to outlast either Tiffany, Ozzy, Joe, or Jonathan.
He only needs one of them to drop before him. Just one.
Just one. And this is a competition where Survivor Classic, where you got to hold a quarter of your body weight on a hand reel and not let it slip down.
Yep.
And
he mentioned before they started that Tiffany lasted 20 or 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
She did this 22 minutes when she did this. So when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's right. She was good." And then I was like, Joe, and I had forgotten how good Joe did. Joe and Jonathan, and who's the other one? Ozzy.
Ozzy, yep.
Yeah. I was like, Jeff's toast.
Yeah, I think Joe didn't win this challenge this season. He lost it, but it was like 9 seconds off the record. Yeah, 9 seconds off the record.
Because he lost to that David guy who was freaking jacked.
Yeah.
Forearms like crazy. The dude that drank a gallon of chocolate milk every day.
David, he was pretty annoying, right?
He
or
was.
Remember right? He was like really, really annoying.
He's the one that didn't he the one that stood up when he was on the jury when one of his buddies got voted out, so he like stood up in remembrance of him or something like that.
What a character David was.
Yeah.
So get to the challenge immediately, probably a minute in. It's Rizzo out.
Yeah. Those sticks he's got on his shoulders aren't gonna hold anything.
Rizzo can't last. Emily drops shortly after, followed by Devens, followed by Cirie. So all of them are out before Jeff.
He beat 4 people. Hey, I'm impressed.
He did beat 4 people. And then it cuts to Jeff. It's about 6 minutes in, and he's struggling like crazy. And so now the rest of the cast is kind of joining in, like giving him barbs, like he always gives them during the challenges. And
Ozzy was hitting him with "You got to dig deep."
Jeff's like, "Yeah, I deserve it."
Yeah.
Kind of multiple times, just like I have a newfound respect for you guys in this game. Like this is a lot tougher than it looks.
Yeah. At one point he was like, "Tiffany, how do you do this?"
Yeah. And she's solid. Like he's looking at them. All of them are solid. He's struggling. And
Joe's over there just taking one arm off every once in a while, just kind of relaxing. I'm like, geez.
Oh yeah, there's nothing gone on his rope. Like, like everybody else is slipping a little bit. Like that's lost a little bit, but not Joe. Joe's in perfect position. But then so Jeff ends up dropping. And then it's Christian, Aubrey, Tiff, Steph, Jonathan, Ozzy, and Joe left. And immediately Christian drops not long after Jeff. At this point, I'm like, "Bye, Christian."
Yeah.
And then Aubrey drops, and then Tiff and Steph, then Jonathan. And then it's a showdown between Ozzy and Joe. I think Ozzy just kind of looks over at Joe, and Jeff keeps talking about how Joe went an hour in this comp before, and Ozzy's just like, "Screw it."
Ozzy was, he was already struggling, kind of like, having to reset and everything, and then you look at Joe over there, and he's just like kind of stretching out, he's just chilling. And Ozzy's like, "This ain't happening."
Yeah, Ozzy pretty much gives it to Joe, and so Joe dominates that challenge, wins individual immunity.
Did he? Didn't even need to last an hour. Not even close. I don't think.
I think it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I think it was like around 20 minutes. It didn't seem like it was that long. And then then we got some drama here. Looked like it was going to be a straightforward week. And then we get to somebody's going to go to a journey, go on a journey.
Yep.
And then Joe gets to pick. And the information that Christian was the target hadn't made it to Joe yet, apparently. Because Christian is the one that volunteers. And instead of like picking somebody from the group, he says, well, you guys just play paper, rock, scissors for it.
Yeah.
Little Rochambeau out here.
I'm like, Joe,
Survivor.
what are you doing, bro? I know you're Mr. Integrity, but come on.
So Christian has life. Christian ends up winning the Rochambeau paper, rock, scissor match.
Over Ozzy at the end, too.
Over Ozzy at the end. And then Ozzy's just like, he could barely hide his disgust with Joe at this moment. He's not happy. And then, so Christian is off on the journey.
Which, up to this point, pretty much every time you go, now I know this is an exile, but it's been good to go pretty much this whole season. So at this point, you're thinking, man, Joe just might have like given Christian a lifeline here.
Yeah, anytime they've went solo, it's been pretty good to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll agree with that. And in hindsight, I don't know if it would have been good for Christian no matter what happened on the journey. But so then we go back to camp before we get to the Christian, and this is where Emily like trying to get voted out. Like, what is she doing? Because they got their bag of rice.
Yeah.
And they're divvying it up. And Emily's like, that is way too much rice. Like, what are you doing? Cerie's like, chill out. We're hungry.
I think I know why. It's because she's holding this secret in of Devens that his idol's fake. And she really needs to tell somebody, but she knows she can't. So she has to just yell out something. So she has to complain about the rice. She just can't hold it in.
You might be
she
on
kept going on and on and on about it. I'm like, Emily, just shut up.
She has a point.
Yeah.
I mean, that rice, it's day 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that rice has to last until the end of the season. So I get where she's coming from, but
she
like, you're not in a position of power, Emily. You're not. Like, you can't be like, you can't be throwing yourself out there like that.
Cirie said if she says something about this rice one more time, I'm writing her name down.
Yeah. You don't want us to rewrite your name down at this point. You're probably going home.
Yeah.
And then we get a Tiffany Devens sidebar, and Tiffany's like, bro, you need to play your idol tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't know that this is definitely as much strategy, just trying to get Devens to burn the idol from Tiffany, as I think it's just kind of like just trying to send somebody on the bottom a lifeline and just kind of maybe reel them in a little bit, not necessarily want to work with them per se, but just kind of have their back in a moment. And so maybe that favor will be returned later.
Yeah. Even if they go, maybe just have a little favor with a jury member or something.
Yeah, I think this was pretty good strategy by Tiffany. And she's like, people are saying your name, like you're at the top of the list. And Devin's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely playing it tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely playing it tonight.
Devens,
if you're gonna say you're definitely playing the idol and it's a fake idol, you still got to play the fake idol and let everybody know it's fake.
Here's the problem. I don't think there's anything in the paper. I don't even think he has a fake idol.
Then just take the paper up to him.
Yeah. Take the parchment up.
At some point, you got to do something, because
he's got nothing to show for it.
This isn't like Rizzo last season where you have a group of people protecting you. Like, you're on the bottom.
Yeah.
You're going to get votes regardless whether you have the idol or not.
Yeah.
And especially the longer you have it in, I mean, the more likely you are to get votes.
Yeah. Like, you're definitely getting good votes if people think you have an idol.
So he says he tells Tiffany he's definitely playing it. And then Jonathan tells Joe about Christian. A little too late, Jonathan.
Yeah.
And then he starts trying to rally the troops even more. Doesn't realize that Cirie's already kind of put in some of the groundwork, but he's really rallying the troops to vote out Christian. And then we get the Christian journey. And you know how I've said this whole season, like, maybe Christian just doesn't need to be the caller.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just at a different, because how smart he is. Like maybe he just needs to be down there and doing the puzzle. Well, this is his chance.
This is no one around, just him and the puzzle.
Just him and the puzzle in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, right? There's the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And he has to finish a puzzle before time runs out, or he fails.
Seems like this is going to be easy for him. When I saw this, I'm like,
straightforward puzzle.
Yeah,
Straightforward.
he's done a million of these. I was like, he's got this in the bag. I don't know what he's about to win, but he's about to win it.
I mean, it's easy. It's not even a slide puzzle. It's just a puzzle, a round puzzle, like a stand-up puzzle.
The Survivor logo. He's done these probably already twice this season.
People like Big Brother fans will know. Caitlin Herman took tons of shit for not being able to complete a puzzle. Kind of similar.
Yeah. Except hers had like 4 pieces.
Yeah, it's had like 7 pieces, but still, I mean, it's not that tough of a puzzle.
For Christian, this should have been a no problem.
You would think so. He doesn't get it done.
Until it wasn't.
He doesn't get it done.
The ropes were falling.
And so he doesn't know, like his note said, if he wins, if he completes the puzzle, then he gets to put a vote in the urn before tribal ever starts. And if he fails, then he has to take this parchment back to camp and read it to everybody. He doesn't know what it says yet.
Nope.
So he fails. He has to take it back to camp. And before we get into what it says, this is where I think even if he would have won, it wouldn't have done him any favors, because he would have needed to, if he would have won, he would have needed to put Devens' name. And he had to make this vote before he ever left the boat.
Yeah.
Or before he ever left the platform. So he would have needed to put Devens' name in the urn at the platform for him to have any chance, because they were going to split the votes between him and Devens.
But he wouldn't have.
And he wouldn't have. So I don't think it would have saved him. He says later, or I think after this, he's like or after he finds out what the consequences, he's like, Jimmy Fallon ruined my game. No, Christian, you ruined your game.
Yeah. Game was kind of ruined before he even went out there.
You can't blame Jimmy Fallon for this one. He said Jimmy Fallon put his name in jeopardy, is what he says.
Tell you what, though, Jimmy Fallon has made an enemy in Christian, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
He's not a Fallon fan anymore.
Absolutely. And the reason why is when he gets back to camp and reads the parchment, there is a vote in the urn already, but it's not whoever Christian wants it to be. Christian has to vote for himself at tribal council.
He has to write his own name. That is diabolical.
Yeah, I love this twist. This was awesome. This is probably one of my favorite twists in Survivor that I've seen.
That never happened before in 50 seasons.
Like it doesn't top the shot in the dark whenever the person that played the shot in the dark actually got to pick who went home, right? Because everybody voted for them.
Yeah.
And then so they got to pick who went home. But it's close. It's up there.
Yeah. And they had to, not only is he voting for himself, he has to do the whole charade of walking up to the little area and writing it down. Right, he's got to actually write his own name on the urn, put it in there, do his little, I'm voting for myself, blah blah blah, F you, Jimmy Fallon.
And so anybody that was on the fence is like, hell yeah, like that's Christian.
Yeah,
like, it seems like no brainer that it's Christian.
Yeah, they were talking about Christian might need to go. He just gave us a head start. Let's do it.
And then you get a Jonathan segment. We're getting cocky, Jonathan, now. Like Jonathan knows how to play Survivor, so he starts talking about the notches on his belt. Already got D, got so and so. Like we're gonna add Christian to the belt.
Yep.
And so everything seems set in stone at this point until Emily and Christian talk, and she's like, your name's going around, but I'm gonna fix it. We got to get you to stay. So who do you go to when you want something to happen? You go to Cirie and you tell them that you want to vote. You tell her you want to vote out Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
And that is a way to get things in motion.
Second person this episode to go to Cirie to tell them they want to vote out Ozzy.
Oh man, she wants to save Christian and Devens. Like, at some point you just gotta, you can't put
gotta-
yourself in too much danger here.
You gotta cut them off.
And so now Cirie goes to Ozzy, and they're both like, yeah, we want to get out. We want to get at Emily.
Yeah.
And they get some pushback. Jonathan doesn't want to do it. And then Ozzy talks to Rizzo, and Rizzo's like, why? Like,
Yeah.
Christian's the more dangerous player. We got to get out Christian, you know. And they go back and forth and kind of leave it at that, where we go into another tribal and we don't know who's going home. It seems like it could be Christian or Emily. Devens seems to be in the clear at this point.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's really talking about Devens anymore.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a 50-50, could be Christian or Emily. I didn't think at this point, I thought Devens was a non-factor.
Yeah, I thought Devens was 100% in the clear. And then we get to the vote, and or we get to the banter back and forth, and then like Christian, or it shows Jonathan with Christian's shot in the dark, and he's just giggling like he's just so happy. He's just like he haven't done the deed yet, and he can't contain his excitement that he's gonna get to vote Christian out with the shot in the dark.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, his shot in the dark was useless this week.
I know, he didn't even need it.
He couldn't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't even use it. And
I wonder if he ever realized that.
I don't think he did. I don't think he's 2.0, but he's not, like, he hadn't grown the game skills yet. Like, that never occurred to him the whole time.
Yeah. Needs another update to get a 3.0 for all that.
Absolutely. And then we get to the vote, and the first one comes out Christian. It's Christian's handwriting. We already knew that one. And then we get an Ozzy.
Yep.
We get a Devens. And I think they went with another Ozzy, right?
Yeah, there was 2 Aussies.
2 Aussies, like before Christian.
Early. Yeah.
Early. And then Devens. And then the run started on Christian. And Christian is voted out.
They for a second there, I thought it was going to be Devens. They pulled a bunch of Devens votes early.
They did. They kind of made it look like, I think actually they pulled Christians first, and they did Aussies, and I think it might have been Christians, and then it was Devon. Like, it made it look like it was about to be a run on Devens, but
yeah, it came back to Christian.
Jonathan was a little worried at one point when Ozzy's second vote was
he was looking at him like
he was
going
like
on?
Yeah. So that definitely puts Devens and Emily on the bottom even more, because they are the 2 that voted for Ozzy.
Yeah, they're at the bottom, and then the next one above them is like way above them.
Yeah,
they're down deep in the bottom.
Which might be good for Emily.
Yeah,
because you know, like, whenever you're that big of a target, sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Devens, it is not good for, because you're getting votes. Because what did Devens not do whenever he says if anybody has an advantage or anything they'd like to play, now would be the time to do so? He does nothing.
Sat there.
He just sat there. And, like, this is where he's starting to play it wrong. You cannot, from a position of weakness, you cannot try to use an idol as something powerful. He's got to, like, next week, his number 1 being voted out, like, he doesn't need to be at camp at all.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to have a babysitter all week. Whole day. Well, it's only a day, but
yeah, they showed on the scenes from next week him talking to Emily, saying, I'm gonna cause chaos. I want to flip this game upside down, and who knows what he's gonna do, but we'll see. Whatever he does is not gonna do good for him.
He needs to find the idol that might be there after that one, after Aubrey played hers. Nobody's found one since then, so maybe there's an idol back out in the wild.
You know, I forgot about that. Yeah, he definitely needs an idol.
He needs to be idol hunting, or else he is in trouble, because I mean, you got to play it, or you got to play, even though it's fake. Let them know it's fake. And, you know, yeah, they're probably going to be pissed because you got them. But, I mean, they're already voting for you. Like, I mean, they're voting for you to flush your idol, regardless.
Yeah, at least they won't think you're a threat to play the idol if you burn it.
You're on the bottom, and then We lose Christian, man.
Sad day. Although lately he hasn't been giving us as much as he did early on. But
He hasn't, and he didn't play a
yeah,
good game.
I think
His
early
gameplay
on
was,
he gave us enough to last. So
yeah, and his game was definitely in the tailspin. Like he's not playing at the same level that these other people are playing at. This is a good boot for him.
Yeah,
good boot for him. Looks like it's going to be Emily or Devens next.
that would be the move that makes the most sense. But who knows? Maybe Mr. Beast's massive beware advantage will shake things up.
That's true. And you never know with this cast. This cast does some crazy things.
Yeah. I want to know how many people are going to tell Cirie that they want Ozzy out next week.
Maybe Jonathan.
Oh God.
Oh man, it's gonna be Jonathan just gonna be talking it up. Like he's gonna be telling everybody. I think next week will probably be when he learns that Christian couldn't have played that shot in the dark anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody's gonna tell him because they're gonna be tired of him bragging about how he voted him out with his shot in the dark.
Yeah, and I love how he gave it back to him after.
Yeah,
like,
he did that for the jury.
Yeah.
He wants that to be his move, and that's what his thing was. Like, I want this to be my move, and I'm gonna so that was 100% for the jury going back and getting him the shot in the dark.
Yep.
All right, man. Disappointment there. Ready for some more disappointment?
Yeah.
If we didn't call this one.
Yeah, I know.
The House of Villains finale recap. Man. What a show. So we start off with Drita. She's calling the henchman to take out Tyson's doll out of the house. like it's getting rid of a body, like a dead body, like Mafia style.
Gotta go bury the body.
Gotta go take it out of here. And then we finally get the New York quote that they've teased since the first episode, where she's in their construction outfit and she's like, I feel just like Michelle Obama right now. But she's saying it because she's being driven around because nobody wants to be in the same car as her. Yeah. So she's being chauffeured because there's two cars.
Yeah, everyone else is like, why do we have two cars? There's only like 5 people. And then she was the only one in her car.
I feel just like Michelle Obama right now. And then in typical House of Villains style, the competition's called Screwed Over.
Yeah.
Just so they can make a million puns about it throughout the whole comp. And it's an endurance comp.
Yeah, this was like a Big Brother comp.
This very similar to a Big Brother comp. Like I thought Paul stood a pretty good chance on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, small dude, done pretty good at endurance comps on Big Brother. I thought this was gonna be right up his alley. But the past competitors get to show up for the competition and sabotage the people that are playing. So Ashley comes up first, and whenever they do the sabotage, it makes their screw spin faster. So it's spinning immediately at a very slow pace. And so when you sabotage somebody, then it starts spinning a little bit faster. So Ashley screws Kate. Jackie screws Paul. Plain Jane screws Christine. And then Tom screws Kate.
Nobody screws Drita.
Did Tyson screw anybody? I don't remember. I don't have that down. And Johnny screwed New York.
He would have had it. It would have been Kate, right?
It might have been.
Kate? I think so.
I'm not. Probably, because then I think he was going to screw Kate, and then Kate fell.
Oh, she fell. Yeah, that's right.
I think that might have been it. But Drita was the only one not screwed.
No one sped her up.
No one got her moving faster. And so Kate's the only one to fall by this point, and they have to move to the third foothold, and then New York falls immediately after trying to transition to the smaller foothold, and then Paul falls right behind her. And I was not expecting that.
No.
Not expecting Drita and Christine to outlast Paul in this competition.
Yeah.
And so you got Drita versus Christine. And Christine makes the comment that she wants to be in the final three because she loves the three-way.
That's not the most egregious thing she said in this episode.
She says some things. And then, so Drita falls, Christine wins. And immediately Drita hugs Christine and says, "We're in the final three."
Yeah. Oh man.
And so it seems like it. And
Yeah.
then Tom, of all people, gets in Christine's ear and is like, "You shouldn't take Drita." It's like, just look at it. Everybody's going to vote for Drita. Just look at the challenge. Nobody screwed her.
No.
Like, why would you take Drita? And then, so New York and Kate at this point say they're not even going to make a pitch to Christine. Kate realizes that her and Drita have been, number one since the very beginning. And then New York's like, "I'm not begging anybody for anything."
Never have, never will.
And so a little back and forth. People are trying to talk Christine into not taking Drita, and it sticks.
Yeah.
Because Drita puts up New York, or Christine puts up New York, Paul, and Drita, taking Kate to the final, causing the final Drita meltdown.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Honestly, man, that was a good move.
It was a great move by Christine.
Yeah.
A great move by Christine. And like Drita's like, "Nobody's gonna vote for you," at the end. And yeah, I mean, Drita's mad.
Yeah. What else is new?
And then Kate and Christine are talking outside and at dinner, and Drita is still bashing Christine to everybody, just saying all kinds of terrible things about Christine. It's like, no wonder she didn't take you.
Yeah.
And then so there's one competition between New York, Paul, and Drita, and whoever wins is going to the final three with
Christine
and Kate.
Yeah.
Because Christine took Kate to the finals, and then they're about to go to the competition, but Plain Jane left her breast at the hotel, so production has to go pick up her breast. The show.
I love hearing the producer on the walkie-talkie saying, "Can someone go to the hotel and get her breast, please?"
I love like just how unserious the show is. It's great. Nothing like it. And then so another Big Brother style comp in this one. They have to guess who won different award categories based on how other people voted.
Yep. This is like a typical final Big Brother competition, right? Like to get into
it used to be the final three comp, kind of where you had to like guess who made it was more like a quote, I think, is what they had to do.
Yeah,
but they've changed it in the last couple of years, I think.
Oh, it was like a true or false. Was it a true or false, or was it A, B,
I think
and C?
now I think now it's true and false, but it used to be
like a multiple choice.
Multiple choice where you had to guess who made a quote, but they would mess with it a little bit and like make it to where the answers weren't obvious, or they would try to lead you down the wrong direction in Big Brother a lot of times. And so I think they went to a more like the true and false thing.
Yeah.
They can't figure out what they want to do on their final comp over that 1 year, whatever. Everybody claimed it was rigged because they said who was the something about one of the house guests or what pair of house guests were related or something. I can't remember. And then it ended up being it was that crazy chick, I think, that was going to win, or somebody was going to win, or that dude was going to win. I can't remember that final three. And they took like a minute and a half, and then they put on the screen that it was the gerbils. and that person got the question wrong. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
this was the winter season of Big Brother, and everybody flipped out. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this was definitely rigged, definitely rigged," and it really.
I
I don't
forgot
know how
about
you
that.
beat those. I don't know how you beat those accusations. Like it was just so off the wall. They're like, "Yeah, just put the hamsters up there." Like, and then so then we get to the questions, and Paul is eliminated pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He got one question right.
1 or 2. Yeah.
1 or 2. He does terrible at it. And New York's barely hanging on. And then Drita clinches it before even the last question. And Drita takes her final 3 spot.
Not good for Christine.
Not at all. Not at all.
She made the good play to not put Drita in the final 3, but Drita got herself there anyway. And Tyson's got to feel like crap because he didn't get that chance to come to redeem himself after.
Yeah.
I know it's different, but he was the only time there was no redemption or anything like that. Tyson.
Yeah, he's the one that went home. And yeah, it's a raw deal. And I agree with him with some of his comments that he definitely should have lasted. And then so at this point, it'd be a shock if Drita doesn't win.
Yeah.
Right.
Just friends with everyone on the jury, basically.
And this is competition reality with the jury.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that she's up there with Kate, who no one was going to vote for anyway. And Christine, who just realized she was in a game the day before.
It's like, Kate, you might not have won the show, but you won our hearts. Like,
yeah,
you're the fan vote. You're
That's
the
right.
one that should have won the season.
Yeah. I wish they had an America's favorite player. She would have got it.
This is no consolation. You don't get $200,000 because you were the best on the show. And I mean, it's House of Villains. You were definitely the biggest villain on the show.
Yeah.
All season. But competition reality, you just gotta be good with the jury, make friends with the jury, and Drita wins. I mean, that's the name of the game.
It's not the name of the game. The name of the game is House of Villains.
It's not. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But everybody knew going in that they're not going to vote that way. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know how you fix it in this game. Like it doesn't bother me as much in House of Villains because it's not meant to be taken as serious. Like they poke fun at themselves. You know, I'm sure it's for a lot of money, but who cares? These guys are already on TV. They come from other shows. Who cares if they get money? But the real people, like I compete for like $750,000 on Big Brother, like it can kind of rub you the wrong way whenever somebody really gets screwed by a bitter jury. In that
it's just crazy that on a show called House of Villains, you can come in here, vote wrong every time
on purpose, probably on purpose,
and be the winner because you didn't piss anybody off. It's crazy.
Yep. New York was the real one. She's the only one that didn't vote for
she voted for Christine, right?
For Drita. Yep, she voted for Christine because and she knew the name of the game. Like it's House of Villains. Like you did some villain shit by not taking Drita to the end, and New York respected it.
I thought making that move, even though Drita ended up on the final 3, I thought that making that move was gonna get her a win, or I thought it had a chance to get her a win, but those jury members didn't see it the same way.
I think I'm most disappointed in Tyson. In this instance, because he was definitely the bitter juror. Like,
I don't know. And he's all about gaming, and, playing hard and stuff like that. I figured he would have thrown a respect vote towards Christine or even Kate, even though Kate was his enemy towards the end of the game.
I mean, and she's the one that got him out, like but good for Drita. Enjoy that $200,000.
She needed it. She's got to her daughter's going to college, I guess. Just graduated high school. She needs that money.
Yep. Pretty good season. I mean, it's what we've got in every season of this, where
Yeah,
kind of the person that didn't make as many enemies takes home the
yeah,
prize.
yeah. Maybe the people will start recognizing that.
That's why the challenge will always be one of the better one of the better reality shows in the finals, just because like you got to earn it.
Yeah, yeah. You got to go out
And
there and win it. There's
you go out there
no
and win it.
voting.
No voting. Survivor's good because it's not as bad. I mean, you still can kind of get some of the bitter juries, but I like for instance, the coach season that he lost because he was like he had terrible jury management, like Paul did in
Yeah,
Big Brother 19.
yeah,
Like those seasons don't, like if you're just absolutely horrible with the jury, then you probably deserve to lose.
yeah,
But like Survivor, just with their questioning, how they get to explain their game in three different aspects of the
yeah,
jury, and it just doesn't seem like the jury is as bitter on Survivor.
yeah. The Survivor players seem to have more of a respect for the gameplay. Like even a lot jury members that get voted out by someone that's in the final three will vote for that person, even though
You
they
know why
voted.
that is?
No.
Because Survivor doesn't recruit people off of social media the way that
There you
Big
go.
Brother does.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Like Survivor gets people that have watched. I mean, they do get some of it. Like, I mean, maybe a couple people, but not the type that Big Brother. Like those people are just there for clout these days.
Yeah, yeah.
They
They're trying
don't
to use
get
it
the
as a
real
platform.
fans.
Yeah, Survivor players are mostly Survivor fans and
It
just want to play the game.
Big Brother, they've done better the last couple seasons at trying to get some fans, but like the vote with the house era,
Yeah,
and that's all like the social media people, the influence, like
hmm
that's when that started. Frankie Grande season with Derek and all them.
yeah,
Uh, that's whenever Big Brother kind of got soft. Like, let's vote with the house. Don't want to, you know, baby up everybody
yeah.
and
I want to make
all that
waves.
stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just pretty much Survivor only on my plate for reality TV.
Yeah,
Anything else that's up worth watching?
that's about it. I finally started watching the latest season of Mormon Wives,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's not worth talking about.
Did you ever watch Jury Duty?
No, I forgot.
You got to
I
watch
need
Jury
to.
Duty,
I
man.
do need to.
It's epic show. We can talk about some Jury Duty when you watch it.
Yeah.
It's I love that show.
Oh,
I have to
all
watch it
right. I'll
again.
watch
I have to
that.
watch it again. The second one's pretty good too, but definitely the first one. It's good times.
Nice.
All right, buddy. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode.
Yes, sir.
We'll be
We'll come back next week and talk about Mr. Beast.
talking about Mr. Beast on Survivor. Hopefully, he doesn't ruin Survivor 50 even more like Jimmy Fallon did tonight.
Yeah, that the new Beware advantage is either gonna be awesome or we're gonna have a lot more complaints again, like we did after the Zach Bryan.
No doubt, man. All right, buddy.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
See ya.